Well, Coach Shoup 5 weeks ago and 2 days ago got very sick during class, and as the day went on, he kept feeling worse and worse. And so they took him to the hospital, and Ryan, next thing we know, was in intensive care and had some real internal issues. And first week is very, just trying to figure out what it was that was causing all the complications, and we were all very concerned. And didn't much we could do about it, just kind of be there and support the family. And then next couple of weeks, things change. We'd hear it be one thing, there'd be something else internal, and then finally made enough recovery where they were able to move him out of intensive care, moved him to another hospital, put him actually in a rehab therapy unit to help him get through. And we're here in the term of 7 days, maybe 10 days, to be able to get out if everything went fine, and be able to go home. And then who knew after that we'd be able to be back in the classroom, back on the football field.
Mm-hmm. Well, just talk about, I guess, last night, you said you visited with him yesterday. Just talk about how that went.
Yesterday was a tremendous day. I mean, I've tried to go every day since he's been in the hospital, and some days it's just looking through the glass and thumbs up or something. And yesterday I was able to have a real good visit, and he was able to get up out of bed. We actually stood and talked about some things for about 15 minutes. And I told him about some things we're doing for senior night and some other things, and just kind of get his input, his okay on it and stuff we talked about. Very positive. And then I get a call last night about 10:45 that there's a situation that they couldn't control, and he's passed on. So today's kind of a day of mourning this morning, a recognition for him, and I'm sure the next day or two we'll have a service of celebration. I mean, it's the kind of guy he was, a great father, a great family man, tremendous teacher in the classroom, had a lot of influence on his kids in his classroom, and certainly on the football field, the guys really felt he was genuine about everything that he was about. So sponsor our FCA chapter, and for a 40-year-old man, has done a lot. Just we felt like he had a lot more years to serve.
Mm-hmm. So you said you met with the team this morning. I guess you got them together before classes. Just talk about what that meeting was like and what you said to them.
I was trying. Some of it already found out about it. We were trying to get them all together there, and me try to be like I've tried to be through the last 5 weeks, give them an update. And this morning the update was not a good update, but I was trying to be honest with them and told them the things that I knew exactly, and just the effect of what he'd meant to him showed a lot of emotion in there. And I told him, be what he wants you to be right now. And it's okay to show emotion. It's okay to let this out. It's okay to cry. It's okay to, those things. And for him, remember him for what he was to you. And so we spent about 45 minutes to an hour in there together as a football team before we dispersed. We had our support staff here. Our coaching staff was here, and even some of our people in the community that support our program were all here. And we allowed the guys, if they felt like they wanted to, could go back to class. If we need to come back to the field as they could. And the ones we really felt concerned about, we made sure they stayed when we talked to them. And so first 4 or 5 hours was tough this morning, and I expected that. But it also shows our kids how they've taken this, and they've tried to move on today as much as they can.
Y'all are going to honor him tonight, right?
We're going to honor him tonight, and we want to do it in a way of where we feel like he would want to be honored that way. He'd never wanted a lot of self-attention. He'd want these seniors to be recognized, and we'll do a recognition of decal on the helmet. And our area we go to after the game, we always talk to. We've got that area just for his area. It'll have just the black ribbon there just to designate that, and then next couple of days when the arrangement's made, we'll have a celebration memorial service for him.
Have former players maybe gotten in contact with you today?
I've had several. My phone has just rung and texted, and I've had players pull up at the field house. It shows a lot about the impact he had on their own lives. I mean, as soon as they heard about it, the way that the media is today as far as the text and email and everything else, you hear about things so quick. And so I expected that, and to see the emotion of those guys too.
It just showed kind of how players, I guess running backs or, he did special teams, how close they get with their assistant coaches sometimes.
This is a great game. I talked to our team last week about adversity and learning lessons. And right now this football team's learned a lot of lessons the last 4 or 5 weeks. We're going to have 7 starters out tonight. They're all key players when we started. We've been very fortunate. I don't know if we've had that in 7 or 8 years, had that many injuries. And I told him, I said, you're going to learn things. And this is what football teaches you. You got to just get out there, and the next guy's got to step up and do the job. And you guys that are hurt, it's unfortunate you're hurt and you're having surgery, but you're still a teammate. And I was talking about that last week, about how they just every week come back, respond, and keep playing. Other guys step up. And that's what I'm proud of this group for. I really am. And for them, it shows a lot about what he was about because they trusted him and they knew that he really cared about them. So yes, his position players are really struggling today.